this video on working with data, we will be looking at adding people to a group, working with selections, the Assign button, and data maintenance using page views. We're in the platform on the Groups page, and we've created a new group called Greeter. This group is part of the worship ministry and is for the church-wide activities congregation, meaning that individuals can participate on this team regardless of the campus they attend. The primary contact is Jane. In this example, we're going to show how to add people to this group. Each of the subpages will allow us to relate new information or existing information to this record. Let's click on the New button to add Jane to this group. I'll search for the participant, then I'll give her a group role. And lastly, I'll enter in a start date. And click Save and Close. We can now see where Jane has been added as a current participant to this group. At times though, we may want to add more than one person at a time. To do this, we'll use the Add button. This will open up a window which will allow you to select multiple people and assign them to a group at the same time. We'll begin by clicking on the pick list and then searching for and selecting the records we want to add to the group. I have my selection in place, and now I'll click on Confirm Selection. Next, I'll give these participants a group role, a start date, and then I'll click on Save. And these participants have been added to the group as current participants. It's now time to communicate with this group. I'm still on the Open Group record, and we're going to take a look at one way to select the members of the group for use in reporting or communicating. I'll start by selecting all of the current participants. Next, I'll click on the Transfer button. I'll give the selection a name. Then I'll select the page I want to transfer this selection to, which is the Participants page. And then I'll click on Transfer. This now takes me out to a main page where I can work with these records. From here, I have all the benefit of the action buttons up at the top that are allowed to my security roles. For example, if I want to run a report, I can do so from the Reports button. Reports that begin with the word selected will take into account the records which are currently selected, and the information that that report displays will be related to those selected records. In this case, I actually want to send a message to this group, so I'll go to the Tools menu and click on New Message. I'll begin by typing in a subject. Next, I'll drop in a merge field, and then finish typing the message. Once I'm finished typing the message, I'll click Preview. The buttons at the bottom will allow me to click through to see how each message will be personalized for the person receiving it. Once I'm satisfied with my message, I can click on Send. We just saw how we can add people to a group. This was done from the Groups page. We're currently on the Group Participants page. This page lists any person who is in any group, either as a participant, a servant, or a leader. Let's search for the Greeter group. From this page, we can see the group members, and we're able to select them all at one time. Next, we'll change our selection from All Records to Current Unsaved Selection. Once again, from here, we can use all the buttons across the top that our security rights will allow. In this case, we're going to use the Assign button to change the role title from Group Member to Team Member. We'll begin by clicking on Assign. Next, we'll select the box and only the box next to Group Role. We'll select the group role of Team Member. This is the only field that we want to change. We're ready to click Save. We'll receive a message asking us to confirm that we want to update these records. Click on OK. And we can see how we very quickly made a mass change to all of these records. The role title has been updated to Team Member. In doing this, we have lost the clarification that Jane is the team leader. So we can open up her individual record, click on the jump link next to Greeter. This takes us to the group page where we can open the record for Jane on the participant subpage. Here we can click Edit, and change her role to Team Leader. Click Save and Close. We're back on the Group Participants page with our selection still in place. The great thing about Ministry Platform's Assigned feature is that changes will be audit logged. So if we open up a record and then expand the audit log panel, we can see where this field was mass updated. We can also see the date and time that this change was made. One of the many uses of page views in the platform is to help you manage the information you track for your church. We're on the Group Participants page, and as a member of the Data Quality team, I can see views which begin with the word Fix. Here's one called Fix Multiple Grade Groups. Clicking on this view reveals all the people that are currently active in 2 grade groups. This was not what we would want, since we would expect a person to be involved in only 1 grade group at a time, regardless of our number of services or campuses. Here we see where Rusty is in both the 2nd grade group and the 3rd grade group. We can see that the 3rd grade group was added more recently. Now that we've identified the issue, we can easily correct it. We can do so by either end dating or deleting one of these records. Let's end date the first one. Again, by opening the record and then clicking on Edit. Enter in an end date. And then click Save. Once we close out, we see that his record will no longer appear in this view because now only one of his group participant records is current in the system. Ministry Platform offers many page views and procedures for keeping your database organized. Check the knowledge base for more information.